Get on in here, get on in here, get on in here. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Miss Vicky, and ooh, child. Unless you've been living under a rock, we're here to discuss this Bishop Lamar Whitehead. Ooh, honey, I've been given the tea. But let's go ahead and get into this video. Bishop Lamar Whitehead from the Leaders of Tomorrow Ministries out of Brooklyn, New York. While he was robbed last Sunday during one of his services, honey, I have a few clips, but we're going to get into it and a little bit of his past mixed with a little of his present.
In the back of the room, kick open.
How many of you have lost your faith because you saw somebody else die what you about to go through? Yo. All right. I seen 3 to 4 men come in. I said, all right. It's pretty much stating that I'm not going to do anything, right? Because I know y'all coming for me. Y'all coming straight to me. I don't want my parishioners hurt, right? I got women and children there. As I got down, one went to my wife and took all her jewelry and had the gun in front of my 8-month-old baby's face. Took off my bishop's ring, my wedding band, and took off my bishop's chain, and then I had chains underneath my robe. He started tapping my neck to see if anything else. So that means they knew. They watched and they knew that I have other jewelry.
The church's live stream shows the gun being held on the pastor.
They had the guns on my deacons that was at the door.
Whitehead says what you don't see on camera are around 100 congregants who were in the room. Men, women, and children dropped to the floor in silence.
My church is traumatized. The women and children are still crying. Still crying. Babies are still crying.
Police say the men took off in a white Mercedes. Whitehead says cops have a license plate and witnesses saw the men change clothes outside.
These men, they need to turn themselves in. I forgive you, and I'm praying for you. You know, and I hope that God deliver you from the mindset of who you are at this time.
Now, the bishop is known as the flashy bishop. Honey, Gucci down to the socks with all this jewelry on and everything. But I did get this little snippet pointed out by the lead attorney of how this man was holding a gun. And did you see how he walked away? He didn't run. And they walked away in a Mercedes. Okay, but the bishop is not unfamiliar with the criminal justice system, as he was arrested and convicted of scamming and credit card fraud, identity theft for over $2 million in the past. And also, I believe he was arrested for hitting one of his children. So it's a little fishy. And the robbery, I must say, seems staged. And shout out to Tasha K for getting this little snippet I grabbed from TikTok about one of his convictions.
So did you get out of jail on a technicality?
So yes, I got out of jail on a technicality first, but the whole exoneration is coming, right? It's just a process. It's a whole process.
Thank you for that, Tasha K. So you were not exonerated. You got out on a technicality on that crime that you did when you committed that credit card fraud and the scamming. Okay, you did 5 years. Meanwhile, child, like I said, if you was under a rock, you was under a rock. Come on out from under that rock. I was watching Larry Reed live, honey, and the bishop, child, jumped out the bushes up on the panel. I got a snippet here, of course. Let's get into it.
You're ugly. Let's talk about that. You're a beast. Okay? All right? You and Benjamin Franklin down there and Biggie Smalls down here, right? You're a beast. All right? You are ugly. Okay? You're ugly. Okay. You're an ugly homosexual, right? You said you're a homosexual. That's what you said.
No, I didn't say that.
You did say that. You said it. You said
I
it.
didn't
You
say
said
that.
it. You did say
I
it.
did not.
You did say
You
it.
didn't.
And
You didn't
hold
listen.
on. You
can say I said whatever you want to say. It don't make it true.
You quoted that you took nuts in your mouth. That's what you quoted. You quoted that.
That was because I was molested, nigga.
No.
I have not willingly taken no nuts in my mouth.
Now.
But you was in prison, so how many nuts you took in your mouth? That's what I want to know. I want to know how many nuts you took in your mouth and why you couldn't keep your first wife. That's what I want to know.
Woo, child. Did y'all hear how this bishop was speaking? Degrading? Lord, you cannot make this stuff up. Well, then it turns out that the good old bishop was being sued for $90,000, honey, from one of his congregants. Oh, yes. It seems like he has still been robbing folks, okay? We're going to stay tuned for that, but child, y'all must go over to Larry Reed Live, honey. That's all I can say, child. I got this last little snippet from Larry. Shout out to Larry Reed, honey. He has been on it, and he's been calling it like it is. Like they said, something in the milk ain't clean.
But he was upset and triggered because of my comedy and the comments that Pastor Warren had made. So when I seen this viral, somebody sent it to me from his ministry. Let me just clarify that. Right after it happened, I probably took 2 or 3 hours of, I don't know if I'm going to post it, then went ahead on it and posted it after someone close to me sent it to me too, discussing it. I couldn't give a lot of commentary because of how I felt about him personally from meeting him. And I didn't want to put my reputation on the line if this was a hoax or publicity stuff. I didn't want to do that. I have his phone number. I could have called him, but like I said, it ain't even like that one, And he'll probably tell me, he called me a few times. The fact he quit calling because he was calling, I didn't answer because I just didn't click. I'm like, dog, I done gave this man my number and I just don't click with him. And he won't mean to me the things that he said at the table. And I heard some other things he said. I said, this guy's mean-spirited. So I didn't want nothing to fool up with. And then he always were coming after gays and calling them the forbidden F word. And I didn't see the point talking to me and Jordan and others, why you so stuck on this F word and using that word? You can't say that as a public figure and you trying to run for office. So I was like, this dude is, he was entertaining, but I just won't click it. His wife was beautiful. She was pregnant, but I just didn't feel it. And I'm looking at the backdrop. I'm saying all of this is a good $250. I said, this is not making sense to me. It is criminal. Listen to me. It's criminal for you to be a multi-millionaire, allegedly, as a pastor and bringing your people into a church that look like a shoebox. It's criminal. It's wrong. Did you hear what I say? And you walking in there with hundreds of thousands, and there ain't nothing wrong with wearing what you got. But you walking in with hundreds of thousands around your neck, and you is worshiping in a rented little tiny place. And so that's what was standing out to me as a pastor. I'm like, huh? And he drive a car, that's a $500,000 car. This don't make no sense. Something in the milk ain't clean. And I said, they went straight for him. And now we know they went straight for the wife. So let me say this, and this is what I know. They were the targets. The church was not the targets. And they are the reason why the church was robbed. He has not considered his position and have not thought of how he's putting himself and his family in danger by wearing hundreds of thousands of dollars and then going to the hood to have a church in a little tiny shoebox. In my opinion, nobody dead. You didn't see me come out here clowning about all these folk that I've uncovered recently that got shooting, mass shooting in these churches. You didn't see that. Because these are people who are dead. These people are alive. And I know this man and know Now I'm gonna say this: his victims. Wait a minute. Let me think, Lord, how much I can tell and not. Let me think. I'll be right back. Lord, help me, Lord. I'm about to tell too much, Lord. Guide my tongue, Jesus. Help me not to tell all of the business that I know, Lord. I mean, you was in prison for fraud and scam. He said he ain't do it, but I do know something he did do. So I don't know how to be sorry 100% for nobody except that baby. And maybe his wife, but she don't know what he doing. But and this I can go on record saying, I know people that he has taken hundreds of thousands of dollars from this year. Let me let y'all sit with that. I'll be right back. Now, Lord, help me not to go too far, because I think I done said too much. But it was already hard for me, Lord, to be on that IG looking at him, know what he did. So, all right, I'm back. Me and the Lord having a conversation off camera about some things. So I'm looking at this man going through these changes, and I have a heart. So I'm this a lot. I mean, because in my mind, I'm like, I don't know if it's true or not, but he's saying it's true, and then a gun and a baby. I'm a father. I'm like, oh my God, that's horrible. At the same time, the FBI just raided his house. I'll be right back. Now, Lord, help me not to tell too much. Oh, Jesus, I just said FBI. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord, help me.
Ooh, thanks for that, Larry. Child, if y'all haven't watched Larry Reed Lives, I'm going to put the link below. But, honey, Larry has been keeping me on my toes and clutching my pearls. You heard me? I mean clutching my pearls. Ooh, child. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you'll be notified when I drop another video. Thank you.